Darken that up a bit. How you guys doing? So my wife has given me a little bit of a honeydew project, something to do, and she wants one of those little libraries. There's a bunch of them around town, and I thought, sure, nice project. Problem is, man, the cost of plywood is just out of control. So I went on Facebook Marketplace and I did a little bit of Google Foo, and I found a cabinet that might work. So I might be able to cut that down, but might as well go take a look at it and see if it works. Otherwise, I guess we're gonna have to buy some plywood. Very carefully back the car out. There we go. My Model X never fit in the garage. Matter of fact, I don't think I ever put the Model 3 in there. This car is a garage queen. It lives in the garage. Teslas always live outside. I almost forgot. I need some tie-down straps. Chuck that in the car. Hatchback is handy when you do have it. Alright, so it's a solid cabinet. It's not solid wood, it's particle board. We're in our trusty car. Let's head home. When I say little library, this is what I'm talking about. My wife wants me to make these. There's a few of these around in town. As you can see here, it's got a little spot. Mine's going to be obviously bigger. It's going to be a little different, but that's kind of the idea. See, it sits on a 4x4 post. And you can put books in there. Need a book, take a book, have a book, leave a book. Here's the cabinet. I'm going to use the bottom part because look, these doors push in like that. So my plan is to not use any door handles. So haven't decided whether I'm going to use that for the top or flip it over. I'm not too sure. Definitely will cut it off here. This will be just garbage. That's the bottom part I'm really interested in. So it's 30 inches wide, and it's about the same in terms of height, and it's 13 inches deep, and it does have an extra shelf in there, so I'm going to use that. The back is that particle, or cardboard stuff, whatever that is. Anyways, I'm going to knock that off, put a nice piece of 1/4 inch plywood on the back, cut out some doors. Anyways, I'm going to fussy this up, and it's going to look really sharp. It's free, why not, right? Change of plans, folks. Look at this. Someone donated to me some really nice 7-ply, 3/4 inch plywood. So I'm going to abandon the idea of using this as the little library. I'm going to use this really good stuff. So let's get set up. Cut it up. You know, the old saying is, bring the tool to the item, not the item to the tool. 13 inches deep, plus the facade of 3/4, plus an overhang of 1/2 inch. So let's make this 14.5. Right, yeah, so that'll be the base. I'll round off. I'll use my router and I'll cut this down so I get a nice visual overhang. And then, right, I think the next part here is to really work on the facade and block that out. Perfect. 2 doors. Let's see what that looks like on our base. We got 2 doors like that. All right, I found my mistake. I counted 605 millimeters, not 655. Yeah, I definitely have to cut this base down. It was too long. And I know some of you are going to be talking to me, oh, you should be doing this in the imperial system. That is why I don't like the imperial system. Millimeters is easier. I don't have to deal with fractions. This will all make sense when you see the final design. I am going to make probably what I think is the nicest little library you've ever seen. Well, it's been a while since I've used my router. Always make sure your tools are off before you turn them on. Not bad. It's not quite as deep or as close as I want it, but you know what? I'm not going to tempt fate. We're going to keep going. That looks great. Okay. .4.5. So we had decided that it was going to be 44.5 tall. This is the bad piece, so I want to cut this off. Oh, we have a hound dog in the neighborhood, and man, is he loud. 44.5. And then we decided the back was going to be, well, let's see here. Let's figure out this angle. I want rain runoff, so let's go, yeah, let's make that 30, 39 looks good. I am definitely veering off of my instructions or my design a little bit, but that's okay. When you design something in 3D and then in real life, it doesn't always match up, but that's okay. Which side looks better? Oh, that's definitely the inside. So if that's the inside, this will be the outside of that piece. Flip it over. Right side, left side. Oh, yep. That's exactly what the problem is. My driver's all chewed up. Now we need to figure out the back. 51.8, 39 on the back. I have to put it on a bevel so that when the top plate comes off, it doesn't interfere. This forms the shell of the little library. You can see here on this angle what we're doing, kind of like that. And we have two front doors that are going to go in here that are going to open on hinges. This is kind of the easy part, is getting the shell done, even though it took me a little longer than anticipated, but that's okay. Now the hard part is fussying it up. We're going to really pretty it up with all kinds of little filigrees and all kinds of stuff, because we're going to make it look like an old English bookstore. That's the whole point. Can't wait to show you the finished project. These are going to be the front doors, like that, on hinges that will open up in this direction. And I have a bunch of trim work that we're going to pretty all this up, and then I'll put some Lexan, plexiglass, whatever, behind these, and then, yeah, put some lettering and all the fun stuff on there. So let's start working on that. Here's the library so far. It's almost like building a dollhouse. And these pre-cut or pre-pressed wood pieces that I got at the Home Depot, man, it just really gussies it up. Check out the front doors, look. That's some wood trim that I used, and then you just buy all those little pieces and just glue them on. And these doors are going to go, like I said, here in the front. So, ye olde bookshop, and I repeated that here along the edge. So I'm almost done kind of fussying up with all the looks and stuff, but I am also going to 3D print some pieces. I think it's missing something in this area here. So I'm going to put some raised pieces in here, but I'll do that on the 3D printer. And of course, once it's all painted, you won't even be able to tell. So what I ended up doing here is putting a couple of cheap solar paneled lights on the back, and then I snipped the wires, and I just used some Ethernet wire that I had lying around because it's fairly small gauge. That will allow me to light this up at night. I think it'll be quite nice. They're solar powered, so that they will charge during the day and light up at night automatically. Ow! Ow, it's hot. I even have some 3D printed knobs for this thing. I got this beautiful British emerald green. Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Did I ever mention that I actually enjoy painting? Ever since I was a kid in kindergarten, the smell of the paints, you know, acrylics, gouache, whatever. Ah, good memories. And this is just very zen for me. Hey, you never know, if books don't end up working out, at least I can turn this into a pub for mice. I just wanted to highlight some of these vertical columns a little bit. So I've got a bit of gold paint. Just kind of painting it in there. And just wipe away the excess. Nice. Looks good. I don't want to overdo it. Every good bookshop has windows. So now comes the tricky part. We're actually going to make some windows. So what I'm going to do is flip this over, and I bought some Lexan / plexiglass, and the idea here is to put this on the back and attempt to cut this. I cut these 2 acrylic sheets to the size that I need. I did that off camera, so you guys didn't see how much I was stressing over this. But anyways, it cuts pretty much like glass. Score it 4, 5, 6 times. Put it on a straight edge, and it just snaps right up. And the idea is to hot glue it into place. But before I do that, I have some lettering that I want to apply. So since these are mirrored, I should be able to apply it, everything that I need on one side, and then transfer it over to the other side. try and see if we can get these magnets lined up. So here's my door. Magnet to be kind of like right there. There. I think I'm going to end up doubling them up because it doubles the force. Yeah, that'll work. Press fit it in. Woo! Yeah, they're strong. That one's press fit. Let's see if it has some holding power. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect. I mean, what more could you want?